Hello everyone, welcome back. Action. Today we are trying out this really interesting Moltres team on a Assault-Vest Kyogre team, along with some really interesting Pokemon. But first, we gotta talk about the Moltres with kind of support with Will-O-Wisp Tailwind, but also Roar to get rid of Trick Room Setters, and Hurricane just to do some damage next to the Rain Core of Kyogre and Scarf Landorus. But we've also got Indeedee and Iron Crown, especially a Calm Mind Iron Crown, which I'm excited to see exactly what that can do and how much damage it can output. And then we have Ogerpon to help support this team and do some good damage with, say, Ivy Cudgel. But we're all excited to do it. Use this team. Let's hop right into it. Okay. So we're kind of going against an interesting Sun Trick Room kind of team. Off the bat, I quite like. I do like Moltres here, but Terra Normal. Actually, I'm gonna here. I think Iron Crown Indeedee could be a good lead. And then maybe, say, Landorus could also be a good lead. In fact, I may switch up my lead. I can see Iron Crown being really good here. If I can get Iron Crown and Moltres, in fact, I'm just gonna lead Indeedee, Iron Crown, well, not Indeedee, Moltres, Iron Crown with Indeedee and kyogre in the back. I think that's the play. Because then we can also override their weather if they do set up like a Trick Room Torkoal. That's something we have to play around. We also have Will-O-Wisp for their Urshifu. I'm assuming it's dark based on this team. But overall here we're just going to try and set up Tailwind so we can have really strong Calm Mind boost Expanding Force or attack down colors off of Iron Crown, and then eventually just like Kyogre to clean up in the end. The main thing is they can't counter with their own Tailwind, but if they do counter Tailwind, we could also just go for our own Trick Room off Indeedee as well. So we actually do have a few answers here, but kind of see what we're gonna see here. I think maybe bringing Expanding Force wasn't the greatest. This could be Expanding Force. Okay, Whimsicott Indeedee, this is the lead I'm fine with. I don't really want to set up Tailwind here right away. But what I could do here, I can set up a Calm Mind and roar out the Indeedee and just kind of make sure they don't set up like a Trick Room. That's an option. Of course, I think here we just Calm Mind, start setting up, and we could Hurricane, but I like going for Roar here so they cannot set up their own Trick Room. So just get a free Calm Mind up, start building. They actually go for Light Screen, so fair, they'll get that up, but we will get the Calm Mind, and we're starting to build up, especially with how passive the lead was. This is pretty good. We'll get the Roar, so they can't get Trick Room up, which is what they went for. Now we're in a good spot. Don't really want to see Kyogre Shadow come in, but if it does, it's fine. It is Torkoal, so that's absolutely that's probably what I wanted the most. Because now I have a pretty free Expanding Force here, and what I can do, I could say Hurricane, that's an option. But what I'm going to do here is instead switch in Kyogre, so I am not taking much damage. We did get the better of Torkoal, kind of say like Kyogre Shadow, but we'll get weather control back on our side. They can't really hit us very well. We'll go for Tailwind, that's fine. Whatever this Torkoal is, unless it's fast Torkoal, which it's not, we'll just go for Expanding Force. Almost KO Torkoal actually. You go for Flamethrower as well, that's great. We'll take that, okay. And here, I'm actually gonna protect here, and then switch in my own Moltres. So here I can just get my own Tailwind to counter theirs and be in a good position. They withdraw Torkoal, that's fine. If they bring in Indeedee, then maybe we don't set up Trick Room just yet. We can also just roar them again. You have to go for Endeavor. That's not what I want to see. Flame Volley is fine. It does put us in a bit of a weird position, because now Moltres can't safely set up Tailwind. So here I'm just going to go for Expanding Force and try to match their Tailwind, I think. Okay, so they Endeavor the Iron Crown, that's fine. With the Expanding Force. Endeavor Whimsicott's pretty interesting, that's not one you see too often, but we will be able to... Okay, crit on DD, so DD's going to be taking everything really fine. At least Expanding Force. And they'll target down Moltres. Okay, so not what I wanted, but still fine. I'll see what they bring in here. I'm pretty safe just bringing in DD here. They can really hit me. They'll bring in Calyrex. They're most likely just going to click. I would assume Astral Barrage here. It could be Expanding Force though. But what I could do is try and set a Trick Room. But I'm just going to Protect, cast Scout, and Psychic to break possible sashes, I think is what I go for here. Again, just kind of seeing what they're going to do here. I think I'll go eventually for like Helping Hand, attacking on Cutter. We'll also stall a bit more of the Trick Room. Just going to play slow here. If we can get rid of their Shadow Rider, as long as we have Rain Up, we just can win. So I do want to preserve Iron Crown so we can't control the rain. And if they do get Trick Room out, I'm not too threatened by it because we are Assault Vest on Kyogre as well. We'll Protect, see what they go for. It will be Astral Barrage. Okay, so next turn I'm just going to Terra Normal Iron Crown here and just be put myself in a better position. Then I can follow me anything else that maybe they could go for that would possibly threaten me. They go for Trick Room actually, so that's fine. And their Light Screen's gone, so that's nice too. And Tailwind. So, good timing for them to do it. So I'm just gonna Terra Normal here, attacking on Cutter. I could Helping Hand, but reversing Trick Room is pretty good as well. But with how much damage their Torkoal's taken, I'm just gonna try and get damage onto the Shadow Rider here instead. They are gonna Terra, we'll see what it is. Is Shadow Rider, whoa. Is Dark, okay. Interesting, I think I'm fine with that. We can't hit him with like this Expanding Force. I think that was their idea, is we're just gonna go for Expanding Force here. But I don't, or like a Psychic move, but I think we're just fine here. Click. We should be slower at this, actually with the speed boost we may be faster. But I'm assuming they went for an Astral Barrage. Okay, so will also go for the Helping Hand. Okay. And so will we. But did they click Astral Barrage? Yes, they did. Huge. And now we're in a really good spot here. Just attacking on Cutter, and that will definitely KO. And now we're in a really good position. I don't really see much of a way out for them at this point. We can stall at their Trick Room. Their Torkoal's not going to be doing much. The rain does stop, so, but when it matters, they're going to bring in Torkoal, reset the sun. But they can't really sweep with any Sun Boost moves, and I can just switch in our Assault Vest and just kind of stall them out. But I can either do either here. But I'm gonna Protect. I could reverse. I think I'm just gonna reverse Trick Room. I'm gonna switch in Kyogre and reverse Trick Room. We'll get the rain back up free. Indeed should not get Sunny Day, if I remember correctly. And we should be good here just to reset Trick Room with a Helping Hand. We'll take whatever they go for pretty easily here. Yeah, they go for the Eruption. Yeah. Soulfest, Rain. That was a crit on DD as well, so let's reset your room, and now we just go for a Water Spout, and that is game. No, Origin Pulse. Gotta make sure. But, yep, and the writing's on the wall. Forfeit. Game 1, pretty good. We got to Iron Crown showed what it could do there. Really good. That was one that was made, won by a lot more positioning. Overall, I think we could have matched their Tailwind with Moltres if it didn't go down, but also prevented them from setting up Trick Room originally with Roar, so showed the tech of that move, but really pretty good game 1. Let's send game number 2. Okay. First of all, there's a Yuxi, and this feels okay. So I see the idea. So you got like Yuxi, so Ursulina can go for Earthquakes, Ting-Lu can go for Earthquakes. I see what they're doing there. I also like Burns, so I'm gonna lead Moltres. Landorus is not bad on lead either. What Terra is? It's Grass. Okay, I'm gonna bring Kyogre as well. Throwing a lot of good water damage into this team. I think Indeed's good. Ogerpon's also pretty good. And I think Landorus as well. And I think we can just prevent them from setting up Trick Room. Yuxi's, as far as I can see, is their only Trick Rooms there, so we just always roar Yuxi away. Besides that, they can't really do anything. So I think we're fine just to go for this. I think we're in a good position to beat this team. Yuxi's interesting. I'm excited to see what Yuxi can do, but I don't think it's too threatening. It is Levitate, so we can't hit with, say, like Sand Sea or Storm or such, or like Earth Power, but the rest of their team we can still hit with that. We got U-Turn for repositioning on Landorus as well, which I think on Choice Scarf's nice. Well, let's see what we got. So Yuxi, Ting-Lu. Interesting, but I think I'm fine here. Just click a pretty free Water Spout. I could Terra Grass here, but first, just gonna Roar. And I think I do Terra Grass and click Water Spout. I could go for a Rock Slide though too. I think just Roar, Terra Grass, Water Spout's better here. Rock Slide can miss. High horsepower and Earthquake cannot. This could also be like Banded Ting-Lu. That's an idea. I think here just preventing them from getting Trick Room. We'll also get our Water Spout off before we roar them out, so Yuxi will be taking damage as well. Also, they won't really know if we're a Soulfest or if we're, say, Scarf or Spec. Well, Scarf, so they won't be able to see that either. Get the Water Spout off. Almost KO's Ting-Lu actually, so we'll take that. You have to go for Stealth Rocks, that's fine. I don't really care about that too much. And we'll make sure they don't set up Trick Room. Again, just another thing, you just don't expect Roar on Moltres. Again, just value is these like kind of underused mons. It's Dark Urshifu as well, that's fine. And here I think I'm just lefties, Ting-Lu, okay, good to know, so not going to be throwing too much off the Choice Band. This Ting-Lu could be Roar, but what I'm going to do here is just Hurricane Urshifu and go for a Water Spout. To like KO Ting-Lu and threaten and kill Urshifu in case it's like Sash. Could be Banded. Banded would not be great. See how much this does. We take it pretty well. That seems like Sash. With the Hurricane, takes down Sash. And now we'll just get a Water Spout. Confusion's not going to matter, because Water Spout should just pick up the double here. But I think that confirms to them we aren't Scarf. But say we're in a good spot here. Yuxi, so it's going to be Yuxi and probably Zamazenta in the back. I'm surprised they don't have a Mungus. I really expected, like, I mean, I think this team feels weird with Zamazenta. I feel like this is a team that would have been better with like Cali Ice for them. Because then I could like pin like Spore Glacial Lance on me and that would be a problem. But without that, I just feel like I'm not getting thrown too much. They don't even actually bring, they don't bring Zamazenta. Now we're just free to, I'm gonna go for another Water Spout because I feel like it did enough and I think Hurricane Water Spout should just KO no matter what. Even if it doesn't, I think we should still be fine. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but we got like Follow Me and Sansius. Like, well, we got Follow Me and then a follow with like an Earth Power. I mean, there is a way we lose, but I still think we're in a fine position. And I think a Water Spout, even at half HP, is way better than potentially missing a Origin Boost. As I've seen happen way too many times. They'll protect, so now just single target Water Spout as well. Hurricane first. I mean, Confusion would be funny. Oh, yeah. That did a lot. Water Spout's just gonna clean up. Didn't get the KO, but, I mean, Moltres having a big effect, stops the Tricker in turn 1, gets big damage on the Urshifu for cleanup, and now, at this point, nothing really can do. They did set up rocks early, but they didn't have anything to kind of enforce them, and now we just double. Again, Water Spout, don't want to miss. I think that's, again, their only outs if I have to start missing moves. But with Hurricane in the Rain never missing and Water Spout 100%, there is, I don't think at this point, any way they can win this. They don't have speed control on their side. Unless they're randomly, well, unless it's randomly really fast. But even that is not enough. And again, another forfeit. Moltres, huge impact this game, stopping Trick Room again for the second game in a row, and then didn't really get a chance to go for burns, but it just went for straight damage, and that Hurricane did a lot. And that's nothing to scoff at. You may look at Moltres and not think like, oh, don't have to worry about that too much. This thing will output huge damage. But let's see if Moltres goes 3-0. Okay. So it's this Calyrex team, and I want to burn it. And I think I want to get a burn, but I also want to just KO the Indeedee, which I think I bring Kyogre and go for a Water Spout. I've got Indeedee, I think, here, block Thunderclap. And to be honest, I think I like Iron Crown here, unless what Terra's Landers? Round, yeah, not bring Landers to the matchup. I think Iron Crown is what we bring. Actually, Ogerpon could be good to redirect Spores. Yeah, I think this Ogerpon may be better just because I don't want to get my whole team spored. That gives me 2 Spore immunities. Yeah, I think Ogerpon's the brain here. So, third team that has a potential Trick Mode here, but this one I think is the scariest. This is the very hard Trick Room. Well, it's got a hard Trick Room core with the Torkoal. It's the Smeargle as well, so like Decorate. Again, a lot of Smeargles, like, I feel like are dropping Wide Guard for Decorate on these teams. But again, it's like more risks as well, because you don't know what to do with Wide Guard. Smeargle in these, like, an online ladders is really annoying to play with, because you never know what they're going to bring. Like, I'm assuming Fake Out Follow Me is going to be there, but who knows, it could be like Trick Room as well. Like, there's a lot of random stuff. You just never know. So we'll see. It is going to be Indeedee Raging Bolt. Interesting. Don't love the lead. And overall, not the greatest position here. What I can do is Roar, Terra Grass, and Ice Beam the Raging Bolts. I think it's the play. So that way they don't get Trick Room up, and we can just get some damage onto this Raging Bolt. May get a freeze. I'm cursing myself not to get it, but it's always on the cards with Ice Beam, but I feel like this is pretty safe. I don't want to lose Moltres early here, but I don't feel like it's too threatened. I feel like it's got some fair bulk on it, I think. I don't know Moltres' base stats that well, but I'm assuming they guard Terra well, like target down the Kyogre and the Moltres here. But we'll Terra Grass to take a Thunderbolt pretty well with Soul Fest, and then we can fire back an Ice Beam. Could be faster too. If we are, in fact, we'll see how much Ice Beam do. Good amount. And they did Thunderbolt into the Kyogre. That is huge. And it will roar away their Trick Room. So, again, Moltres preventing Trick Room from going up, letting Kyogre stay a really threatening presence. Torkoal will come in. That's not what I'd love to see here. Actually, that's not great at all. So I think I actually have to switch Kyogre, which is a bit annoying. I think I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp Raging Bolt in case they decide to like switch. And I think Ogerpon's a pretty safe switch-in. I could try and Hurricane, but it's likely gonna miss. So I think here we just Will-O-Wisp and switch in Ogerpon. Also crucially now we know Smeargle is not in the back. So that's pretty crucial. Ogerpon's now a bit less needed. So I can sack it a bit more. Let's see, the Terra probably gonna be Terra Fire, I assume. Torkoal, see, yep, so they're going for damage here. See exactly what they could go for like a Heat Wave. If we lose like Overpine, that's not the worst. Moltres, I think, should live it. Lowest, I mean, it won't do anything here, but if they like switch Cali Ice in, then it gets big, and I think most times it's gonna be more consistent. Thunderbolt, we could go down here actually. We do. Okay, not what I want to see, but it's fine. Maybe I could have stayed in Ice Beam. That could have been a definite solution. Ogerpon goes down as well. So, but we do get rid of. We'll take back Weather Control. Now, I think that's one of the big dangers of these like teams when you're going against these hard Trick Room teams. I don't know. I'm personally I play a lot of hard Trick Room right now in tournaments, but Torkoal is really threatening. Especially Terrifier, there's a lot of specs. I'm expecting them to switch out their Torkoal here, but I know what they don't have Trick Room up, and that's the important thing. And I now have pretty free access to just Water Spout, Helping Hand. We know we're faster than Raging Bolt, they can't Thunderclap us, and we just get these free Water Spouts. I mean, yes, they will switch out, but nothing that they bring in will want to take a Water Spout. Crucially, and I think that's the most important part. I don't think Raging Bolt will survive the Water Spout at this point. We do have to worry though, because we are Terra Grass. Glacial Lance is a problem. But that's the crucial part of Indeedee. Indeedee so far they've shown us their only Trick Room Siren will be Cali Ice. But whichever one they switch in, it's going to be taking a lot of damage here. And it will be Indeedee, which I don't think should live this, which will mean... I mean, they will have... I think they do have the piece they need. But I also know they need to get Trick Room up. I think if they don't get Trick Room up, they're going to lose. So what I can do here is Water Spout and actually call their Trick Room with my Indeedee. Maybe that's a bit risky, but I think it's fine. Again, I just can't lose my Kyogre, so this Terra maybe not the best thing now. I think we have to still go for Water Spouts here. I mean, they're in a good spot, but again, they could just go for like Eruption. So there's a few options. I have to call if they go for Glacial Lance or the Trick Room. And I could see them going for Trick Room, so I'm gonna call it and call they go for Trick Room, go for my own. If they don't, I don't think it mattered. We'll get the Water Spout. Let's see. That did nothing for the Calyrex. That's not great. To go for Heat Wave. I think that most likely means they also have Trick Room, but Kyogre does live. We'll Trick Room and then they Trick Room. And we'll get one last shot at it. But at this point, we have to go for Origin Bolts here. And in the sun, it's not going to matter. Calyrex will live. And that should be it. Yeah. I don't think there was any... I mean, maybe I could have gone for like a Thunder, try to get Paralysis. But, I mean, they positioned well in the end there. I think Kyogre actually really struggles into Kali Ice. I think that's something you mostly don't notice, but especially like Kali Ice Torkoal, Kyogre struggles into a lot. I actually think, especially from playing Hard Trick Room with Torkoal a lot, Kyogre is something that is a very good matchup for Kali Ice Torkoal, and I think a catch up here is like, if you can get Sun, it's a struggle, especially if you're not like boosting out like specs on the Kyogre. But overall, GG's. Moltres goes 2-1. Had great effect. Game 2 was really good. Even game 3. Raging Bull was a bit of a problem for, but even then it had effect, keeping the Trick Room off for long enough to be able to like threaten big damage. Maybe we just make one more made good call and we do end up winning that match. But thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.